Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of The Talking Mexican. Let us remember to give God all the glory through His Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. First, a quick message to all my Catholic friends and family. Don't forget, today is the first Saturday of the new month. If you, like me, are an apostle of Fatima, you will remember to start and complete the first Saturday devotion requested by Our Lady to the Children of Fatima in July 1917. She said, "I shall come to ask that on the first Saturday of every month, communions of reparation be made in atonement for the sins of the world. Take time today to examine your conscience, go to confession, receive Holy Communion with the intent of making reparation in atonement for the sins of the world, and spend 15 minutes with Our Lady reciting the Rosary while meditating upon the mysteries contained therein. Thank you." Speaking of thank you, I would like to thank Mr. Man for having my watch repaired and for breaking bread with me this past Thursday. In fact, thank you for all that you do. I would also like to give Brother G a shout out for being the best BFF ever, as I thank him as well for everything he does to try and make our lives just a little more special, happy, and complete. You rock, brother. And not to worry, that job is coming. Speaking of employment, Brother G and yours truly are looking for work. Brother G, whose real name is Gary, has experience as a compliance officer in the banking industry and possesses a master's degree in accounting and finance from Colorado State University. If you know of any institutions willing to hire this hardworking, task-oriented, people-pleasing, conscientious individual, preferably in the Tulsa downtown or metro areas, but is open to relocation if necessary for the right opportunity, please write me at iamthetalkingmexican@gmail.com. I will forward your information to Gary so he may contact or send you his resume. As for yours truly, well, I would rather be sharing my life story as a professional, inspirational, motivational speaker on the big stage than to return to a traditional employer. However, if I must work for a traditional employer, I would prefer to do so as an independent contractor through Carlos Michael Communications, on or off-site, specializing in human resources, human relations, corporate training, team building, or onboarding. I have a bachelor degree in human services management and a master degree in education, specializing in adult education and training, both from the University of Phoenix. I will consider obtaining a degree in human resources from a traditional university, should that be required. For more information, or if you would like to review my resume online, please visit the following link: www.carlosmichael.wixsite.com/Carlos Michael resume/resume, or you may contact me via email by writing to carlos.carlosmichael@gmail.com. If you are interested in booking me to speak or to keynote at your next event, please contact me via my website, www.carlosmichael.wixsite.com/Carlos Michael, or you may write me directly at iamthetalkingmexican@gmail.com. Okay, what am I talking about today? Shutting the pie hole. What is the meaning of shutting the pie hole? It is a statement used in England which I first heard on a television show I enjoy watching on PBS titled Last of the Summer Wine. The show follows the adventures of three male retirees in Yorkshire, England, who are sometimes worse than three adolescents who cannot seem to keep out of trouble. One of the main characters of the show, Campo Semonite, played by the late Bill Owen, would often make various comments to the so-called leader of the trio when frustrated or angry, such as, "Shut your pie hole," which means shut your mouth. On June 2nd, 2016, almost 1 year to the day, yesterday, on my blog, Oklahoma Charlie, formerly known as No Pants Charlie, I posted a short entry about my apparent frustration with God because a friend had been promoted and received a raise, while I, on the other hand, remained unemployed and about to lose my unemployment benefits. Rather than focus on my anger or frustration at the situation, I thought that day would be a good day to shut the pie hole, as it were, and focus on understanding God's will moving forward through prayer. You're no doubt familiar with this quote. A meaningful silence is sometimes better than a meaningless word or words. In keeping with this theme, yesterday I received an email from Mr. Mann regarding a devotional he had read titled, "Those Are Powerful Words." He thought I might enjoy reading this devotional. He was correct. I did enjoy the read. The theme of the devotional was about the mouth, putting our money where our mouth is, and being mindful of how our spoken words can lift or destroy ourselves or others around us. Which brings me to this quote often heard as a boy growing up. If you have nothing good to say about someone, don't say anything at all. This was largely meant in the context of gossiping, especially about others. However, it also means being mindful of the words we speak, especially when others are around us. Children often are apt to repeat adult speak. If you cannot understand why your child disrespects you or uses words only a sailor would use, stop and consider where he or she learned that from. Have you given thought to or heard the way you speak to or treat others? Children aren't born with a potty mouth. It is something they learn. The same is true where disrespect is concerned. If we continuously call our friends and loved ones names, even in jest, several things are going to happen. 1. They will eventually come to resent us for it. 2. They may eventually come to believe the words to be true about themselves. 3. They may eventually return the favor in kind. Would you like that? Neither would I. Then why do it in the first place? Sure, we can say, "But I'm only kidding or playing with you," followed by, "Why don't you man up and grow a pair? Don't be so sensitive." Or, "Pull up your big girl panties and stop being so sensitive." Now we are just adding insult to injury. Not only are we calling these amazingly awesome people who are sharing a season in our life names that denote weakness and timidity, we are also saying because of the perceived weakness that they are less of a person than we are. That's just not right. What happens to a bully when you stand up to him or her, look them in the eye, show no fear, and if necessary, punch them in the kisser? They most often back down and never bother you again. Stop gossiping. Stop calling names. Stop chatting negatively or unproductively about others. This can even be on social media. We hear this all the time, yet continue to behave as if we never heard it at all. Yes, I agree that growing a pair is important, but not so someone can, at my expense, continue to use me as their personal dartboard as if I were insignificant or didn't matter. Having said that, this Talking Mexican intends to work harder at showing my friends, loved ones, and even those whom I cannot stand, in the spirit of Jesus, more kindness, respect, and positive bridge building. As for putting your money where your mouth is, if you say you are going to do or commit to something, don't just say it. Do it. Remember, like those children who are where you least think they are, listening to everything you say or are watching how you behave, there is always someone within earshot who is listening, watching, and observing. By following through on what you say you are going to do or have been called to do, you may influence those watchers in a way that is positive and life-changing. Well, that's it for today's Talking Mexican. Remember to begin each day by acknowledging God, in addition to sharing a smile, laugh, a touch, and you know what? That's right, a hug. Love with all your heart, pray for peace, like us on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to leave your comments, share us with your friends and family, and God willing, I will talk to you again soon. Adios!